talk about her new album. Cher says for Love Hurts, she chose songs that relate to her own personal experiences.
I don't take being down too seriously. I don't take being up too seriously either. It's just, you know, I know that in life there are good times and bad times, and sometimes I have more fun during the bad times than the good times.
Turning back the pages of Cher's own life, the star has been through quite a few ups and downs on the rocky road to success. Her 11-year marriage to former partner Sonny Bono produced success early on with a string of #1 hits, a top-rated TV show, and a daughter, Chastity. But Sonny and Cher ended in divorce in 1975. Cher also had a son, Elijah Blue, and an album with second husband Greg Allman. But neither the album nor the marriage was successful. Now, at age 45, the single mother of two is still making tabloid headlines for her on-again, off-again romance with a much younger Rob Camilletti. The singer-actress says staying unattached has had its advantages.
I get to do the kind of stuff that I like now, you know, so it's really a blast. It's real easy, you know, it comes naturally. My voice has really changed, you know, it's really developed a lot. I'm getting to work with producers that I always wanted to work with but didn't have a chance to. But I'm putting a lot more into my work, and so I think it shows.
What's also showing in her new video is quite a bit of Cher's much publicized and talked about body. But she defends the concept as more than just using sex to sell.
My body is a tool, you know, my body is the way I bring my work out, so it's best to package it nicely, and then I don't have any limitations.
Cher spends a considerable amount of time these days keeping that trademark body in shape. She even has a new exercise video on the market called Cher Fitness, which has been selling up a storm this holiday season. Despite all the changes in her life, the superstar says her taste in music hasn't changed a bit.
There's a certain kind of like hard edge, guitar-oriented music that I like, you know, and it doesn't necessarily have to be hard edge in the sound, but it has to be in the quality of it, you know, gritty words and stuff like that. And it's just rock and roll to me.
Cher's new album, Love Hurts, is currently available in music stores.
Wall Street whiz Tom Hanks has it all until he takes the wrong exit off the turnpike. Bruce Willis and Melanie Griffith co-star in the Bonfire of the Vanities, next.
George Foreman is hungry to fight again, and only HBO's got him. See him step back into the ring to devour his next opponent, live. George Foreman versus Jimmy Ellis, plus Mayweather versus Pineda. Saturday night at 10, only on HBO.
I want to fight again so bad, I can taste it.
A father's death.
A play's the thing, wherein I catch the conscience of the king.
A mother's deceit.
Have you forgotten me?
You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it were not so, you are my mother.
Nathan!
A son's revenge.
Now could I drink hot blood.
Mel Gibson, Glenn Close, Alan Bates in a Franco Zeffirelli film. Hamlet premieres Sunday on HBO.
Sergeant Nick Pulofsky's got problems. His partner's been killed by a bloodthirsty band of car thieves. And now this.
Nick, that was your new partner.
You're kidding me.
They're on the trail of killers.
This is where the fun starts.
And the rookie is learning.
Good work, kid. Now read them their rights.
But when they kidnap Nick, he gets all fired up.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Clint Eastwood, Charlie Sheen, The Rookie. Premieres December 15th on HBO.
Tonight,
It all happens here on HBO. At 8:30, Tom Hanks, Melanie Griffith, and Bruce Willis star in the Bonfire of the Vanities. Then at 11, see pro football from the inside on this week's edition of Inside the NFL. Then at 12, it's an exclusive sports television event, Play-by-Play, a history of sports television, Game 1. The Bonfire of the Vanities, Inside the NFL, a history of sports television. It all happens here, tonight on HBO.
The following movie is rated R.
Get ready for pro football with an inside look at the NFL in this week's edition of the longest-running cable series, Inside the NFL, next on HBO.
Almost everyone in America believed he tried to kill his wife for her money. Did he or didn't he?
I'm absolutely innocent.
Even his lawyer doesn't know for sure.
Your wife is laying in a coma. You don't even make a pretense at caring, do you?
Glenn Close, Ron Silver, and Jeremy Irons in his Academy Award-winning role as Klaus von Bülow.
You're a very strange man.
You have no idea.
Reversal of Fortune. Premieres Sunday, December 22nd on HBO.
You've loved him over the years, and now he's coming to HBO. Jack Lemmon, as you've never seen him before. For richer, for poorer. Coming soon to HBO.
Coming in December on HBO, the year's best movies every Saturday. Blast off with Bruce Willis in Die Hard 2. HBO's sizzling Emmy winner, The Josephine Baker Story. True Love Never Dies. Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, Oscar winner Whoopi Goldberg, Ghost. Go down deep with Alec Baldwin and Sean Connery in The Hunt for Red October. And the last chance to catch HBO's best events of the year. December 16th, Paul Simon's historic concert in Central Park.
Why deny the obvious, child?
Christmas night, relive the moment. Whitney Houston, Welcome Home Heroes. And New Year's Eve, end the year with a bang. Madonna. Blonde Ambition Tour. The best movies, the best events, the best of 91. All in December and only on HBO. It could only happen here.
You got me hotter than Georgia asphalt.
Let's go dancing, Peanut. I'm ready.
Nicolas Cage.
What a bad boy you are. Oh, he killed a man with his bare hands. Baby, what a bad boy you are.
Well, that's just what she said.
Laura Dern.
I'd go the far end of the world for you, baby.
The way your head works is God's own private mystery.
Diane Ladd.
I'm gonna hire me a hitman.
Ain't you ever curious why your mom's got this fixation on keeping us apart?
Willem Dafoe.
I'm in a killing mood.
Well, I guess you broke parole now.
From director David Lynch.
Lots of irreparable brain damage.
We got some dancing to do.
Wild at heart. Tonight on HBO.
Lola!
He's uncontrollable.
I'm Stanley.
Stanley?
You know, like the power drill.
He's unstoppable. He's unmistakably...
Oh!
Dice.
Ow! You think you're so hot because you get in all the clubs.
You're that guy, the private eye.
Because you have sex with great-looking women. You gotta admit, those are all pretty good reasons.
Now, Andrew Dice Clay is Ford Fairley.
Nice to meet your acquaintance.
What is it they call you? Mr. Rock and Roll Detective? When I was 11, I walked in on my father, the Shetland pony he gave me for my 10th birthday. Does that excite you?
I don't know. I never met your father. Also starring Priscilla Presley.
I wouldn't trust that babe as far as I could bowl her.
Ed O'Neill.
Booty time, booty time.
Robert Englund. And Wayne Newton.
I'm hip.
The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Tomorrow on HBO.
Treat me like the pig that I am.
Tonight, it all happens here on HBO.
Warning, this Friday, December 6th, the Kids in the Hall will host a night on HBO to launch a brand new season of their seriously dangerous comedy series. We must warn you that they may shock, disturb, even arouse you. HBO is not responsible for these or other problems that may occur on this night.
Join the Kids in the Hall right after Ford Fairlane as they host the premiere of their new season. Friday on HBO.
On the HBO Comedy Hour. Before they were household names. Before they were TV idols.
What?
They were HBO's young comedians.
I'm melting.
What does that tell you about this year's young comedians?
Then I hit a deer.
They're just as sensitive.
It's okay, though. I never hit a deer unless I intend to eat it. I'm not good at flirting with women. All I know is that I'm supposed to make eye contact.
Just as lovable.
But for how long? I mean, a fine line separates eye contact from the piercing stare of a psychopath.
And just as funny as you'd expect.
I was known as a Minuteman. Coach, can I play now? In a minute, man. In a minute.
5 rising young stars.
Woo! Party time.
1 hour of party time.
Don't eat pork. God has spoken. Is that the word of God, or is that just pigs trying to outsmart everybody?
Richard Lewis hosts the 14th annual Young Comedian Show. Premieres Saturday, December 14th on HBO.
You have a good day, yeah?
Hi, I'm Ann Neville for HBO Entertainment News. Popular country mother-daughter duo, the Judds, called it quits this week with their last concert performance together.
Anytime that you know the girl next door, baby. Why not be?
The Judds' farewell concert outside Nashville, Tennessee, capped a year-long U.S. tour, which is to be the last for the 4-time Grammy winners. Mother, Naomi Judd, announced that she will have to retire from performing because she suffers from a sometimes fatal liver ailment. Both Judds say that breaking up is hard to do.
I've been through divorce, I've been through deaths in the family, I've been fired and rejected and all kinds of bad things, but yet I don't think anybody's ever been through a situation like what we're going to experience. There's no way really to prepare for it.
1991 is a year of lasts, and we want to say goodbye in style, and I think that Mom deserves that.
The Judds' farewell concert was broadcast live on pay-per-view television. Music insiders say that daughter Winona will continue performing as a single Judd. Closer to home, HBO's recent one-time broadcast of Comic Relief's greatest hits generated over $700,000 in new pledges to aid the nation's homeless. Featuring new footage of hosts Billy Crystal, Whoopi Goldberg, and Robin Williams, the 2-hour show included classic moments from the first 4 live Comic Relief events. The first 4 Comic Reliefs on HBO raised over $14.5 million for health care for the homeless in 23 U.S. cities. HBO viewers who may still wish to donate to Comic Relief can call the organization's toll-free number 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And keeping in the spirit of giving, Emmy Award-winning actress Valerie Harper and partner Dennis Weaver are collecting food for the hungry through their organization called Life, or Love is Feeding Everyone.
In 1983, we started out feeding about 400 people on a weekly basis, and we're now feeding over 100,000.
We are the people alive in the 90s who can do it, and it's incumbent upon us to do it.
And at the box office this week,
these are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
25 years after their first space adventure, the crew of the Starship Enterprise once again goes where no man has gone before in what's being called their final adventure, Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.
Will not be the instigators of full-scale war on the eve of universal peace.
The Undiscovered Country, which closes the door on almost 3 decades of Star Trek lore, stars the original 1966 television cast in the roles that have become legends. Leonard Nimoy as the logical Mr. Spock, DeForest Kelley as the irascible Dr. Bones McCoy, James Doohan as the dedicated engineer Montgomery Scott, and of course, William Shatner as the swashbuckling Captain James T. Kirk.
I love Star Trek. I love to play the part. So when I walked on stage, I was very much aware that this was going to be the last time that I would work with these people that I'd known and really cared for all these years.
Occasionally you'd have a little nostalgic feeling. You look around and think, gee, can this really be the last time we'll all be together, you know?
So have the Starship Crew's adventures really come to an end? With the first 5 Star Trek films bringing in almost $400 million, Lieutenant Uhura, Nichelle Nichols, predicts more strange new worlds ahead.
I went in really expecting it to be the last one, and suddenly they rewrote the ending. So there may be life in us yet.
I'm Ann Neville for HBO Entertainment News.
HBO's Monday Night Main Event brings home your favorites.
Greetings, friends. Get ready for chills. Get ready for evil, the blood how it spills. There are thumbs and murders, felines from hell, devils and demons, innards that smell, knives and needles, crashings and rippings, blondes are roasting, bashings and trippings, Harry and Slater, Hickey and Chong, horrors to haunt you the whole night long. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, Monday on HBO.
Jamaican gangs known as posses are now dominating the American drug trade. Who's that?
John Hatcher, DEA.
Steven Seagal is marked for death.
Your family has been marked.
And primed for action.
I'm gonna take out the posse. Hold your fear. One thought he was invincible. Him. The other thought he could fly. I mean, they were both wrong.
Steven Seagal, marked for death. Tuesday on HBO.
Wrong guy in the wrong place at the wrong time. Story of my life. Let the pros handle it. Yo, it looks like the pros are on the wrong team tonight. Not yet. Consider this a military funeral. This is how I spent Christmas last year.
Bruce Willis, Die Hard 2. Saturday on HBO.
It can see anger.
You don't know what you're dealing with.
It feeds on hate.
Whoever killed him is gonna pay.
It's come to the right place.
He's on safari.
But it's messed with the wrong guy.
I'm gonna finish it.
Danny Glover.
Now it's personal.
Predator 2. Saturday on HBO.
Play. What a catch by Lindblom.
By play.
She is gone!
Thrill.
Why doesn't he go?
By thrill.
Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Memory.
Believe in miracles! Yes!
By memory.
The greatest moments in sports, relived by the greatest broadcasters in television. Only on HBO. It's an unprecedented look inside the innovations, the programs, the personalities that have brought us 50 years of sports television. Told with rare footage and memorable stories that brings the cheers and the tears to life.
Look at that!
Jim McKay, Pat Summerall, Brent Musburger, Bob Costas, Jim Lampley, Kurt Gowdy, and many more. Brought together for the first time in a television event years in the making. Play-by-play. A history of sports television.
It could only happen here. Simply the best choice on TV. HBO.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Stay tuned after Inside the NFL. It's your ticket to Super Bowl 26, a big screen TV, or Sony camcorders. Enter HBO's Inside the NFL Super Bowl sweepstakes, and you can win it all.
Next on the HBO Sunday night movie, Mel Gibson's the swashbuckling Prince of Denmark in the adventurous classic Hamlet. Next on HBO.
You were the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it were not so, you are my mother.
And he is Mel Gibson, soon to make his unlikely screen debut as Hamlet, and HBO was there behind the scenes.
After this, everything else is going to be cinch. Because it was a juggling routine.
The stakes were very high for Mel because nobody believed he could do it.
It's more than a part. It's an assault on your personality.
Watch classic Mel Gibson, The Making of Hamlet.
Tonight, it all happens here on HBO. At 8, Mel Gibson and Glenn Close grace the screen in the premiere of Franco Zeffirelli's Hamlet. And at 10:30, take an exclusive look at classic Mel Gibson, The Making of Hamlet. Then at 11, get ready for the ride of your life when the Dice Man takes you on the adventures of Ford Fairlane. Hamlet, The Making of Hamlet, and the adventures of Ford Fairlane. It could only happen here, tonight on HBO.
The following movie is rated PG.
Join Mel Gibson as he takes us behind the scenes of his most challenging role yet in classic Mel Gibson, The Making of Hamlet, next on HBO.
It could only happen here. It could only happen here. It could only happen here. There's no place that I'd rather be. Oh no, and no one does it better than you do for me. Well, I work all day, play all night, baby. You know you make me feel alright. I said, hey, yo, HBO.
It was a year of the brightest stars.
Okay, you ready?
The biggest events.
I'll be doing a little alto sax.
The funniest comedians. We're talking serious comedy here.
My home is on Homebox.
Championship matches.
You know where it happened.
And groundbreaking series.
I like this bill. It could only happen here.
It was a year of reaching for the best. And you saw it all on HBO. Because
We love you.
Vanities.
Unbelievable.
It could only happen here.
Time to rock, baby! It's time to rock!
Football's 15-year reigning champion is back. Cable TV's longest-running award-winning series is back.
Showtime, baby!
INFL is back. Since 1976, we've brought you the inside story from every game, every week. We've analyzed football with the people who know the game best, the insiders. And we've televised the big news first.
This is going to be my last season.
If you see only one night of football a week, see it from the inside. Inside the NFL. 15 years strong and still in your face.